All right, so we're going to talk about um, red pill, um, MGTOW bullshit. Um, I don't believe in it. There was a time where I kind of did think it was real, but it's not real, and it's just a defeatist mentality. It's a nihilistic mentality, and it's not serving anyone at the end of the day. It's really not. It's not helping anyone, and it's not actually beneficial to society to think this way. You might think that you're healing society by not talking to women, approaching women, and wanting to um, get somewhere with a girl. But you're really not. You're just making people more lonely. There's good girls out there, even though they are rare. I will admit they are rare. That are just waiting for some dude that they can hang out with and have fun with and potentially fall in love with and start a family with. Um, but you have to really just tell yourself that this whole red pill thing is really just depressing you at the end of the day, even though you don't want to admit it. If you're a dude out there who watches these videos of all this rhetoric of giving up on women, um, you're lying to yourself at the end of the day. I think there's only two sexes. There's only two genders out there, and I know my YouTube channel will probably get taken down just for saying that. But there's two sexes out there, and we complement each other. Females complement males, and males complement females. We were made for each other, built for each other, and that's why there's only two versions of us here. And that we need to put our differences aside and really look at how we can build a common ground, and instead of burning bridges, build bridges so that we can actually live and sustain ourselves. Um, there was, like I said, there was a time where I did kind of believe in the whole red pill MGTOW ideology, and I thought that they made a lot of sense. But it's just way too negative to think that way. It's a negative mindset to think that every woman is the same and every woman is just a loose cannon, and they just like do not deserve any commitment and don't deserve to be loved and whatnot. Um, say what you will about women, say that they're trash and all this other stuff that incels like to say about women, but this viewpoint on life is not gonna bring anything good to your life at the end of the day. It's just gonna make you lonely. Like I was just watching this video by this YouTube channel called Taylor the Fiend, and like he just literally posts TikToks of women um, complaining about how guys aren't approaching them anymore, MGTOW guys, blah blah blah. And like he just signals out all the negative things about women in our modern day society. And don't get me wrong, there is a lot of negatives to women in our modern day society. Women are definitely not who they were back in the 80s and the 60s, the 70s, or whatever age that they actually behave themselves. Um, I get it. Like I get it that it's very easy and like it seems very simple to just get consumed by this. I think it's a trap. I think it's a trap that's just keeping men and women lonely and single. And I think you should just bury it for a second and just approach as many women as you can and talk to as many women as you can and try to look at them as people because they are people and try and talk to them and like communicate the best you can with them and like get to know them better because that's what we're here for at the end of the day. Like try to meet people, talk to people, and like hear their stories, hear their background, and try and talk to them any way you can to the best of your ability. Because this red pill ideology, and I think there's a black pill as well, which I don't even know what the hell that's about. But there's like a black pill ideology as well, and it's all just a bunch of online made up bullshit at the end of the day. Because not everything, in fact, most if not all things, are black and white. So if most things aren't black and white, then that means that there's a gray area and there's like a common ground that you could reach with people. And that's where people who actually start relationships are at because they're not falling into this trap of thinking that every woman is the same and every man is the same because they're not. Everyone is different. Everyone has another side of the coin. Um, and like this YouTube channel that I was watching called Taylor the Fiend, I think this guy is just trying to make money, to be honest. Which I don't blame him. It's hard out here, and there is a lot of lonely men out there that are willing to watch these videos religiously and just continue to not want to approach women altogether and just live lonely, miserable lives. And I don't know if this guy's getting paid by like the Illuminati or something to push this narrative so that people won't procreate, it won't start families and whatnot. But it's kind of scary to the point where it's gotten nowadays because I've talked to a few girls and they've told me that they rarely get approached by guys, and they're kind of fearing that they're just going to stay alone for the rest of their life. And I get that, people want to look into other people's past. In this case, men are looking into a woman's past and trying to see if she was sexually active and whatnot, and like discarding her for being like that and whatnot. But we're at a point right now where it's just about connection. At the end of the day, if you have connection, uh, you have to get with her no matter what. Just try to overlook her past and try and see the positive side of the coin because I'm sure this girl's willing to love you if you're willing to love her. And hopefully, you could overlook her flaws just like she's going to overlook your flaws. And you guys can fall in love and start a family and be happily ever after because that's what matters more at the end of the day. And you might call me a simp for saying that. You might say I'm a cock or a simp or all this other dumb, retarded shit. I don't care. I don't care. This whole red pill MGTOW ideology is not helping anyone. It's just making people more lonely, and I think people need to stop. People really need to stop with it because like it's not doing anyone any favors. Get out there, fall in love, get heartbroken, and then fall in love again, and meet people, and do everything you can to try and find your special half because no one really wants to die alone, right? As much as people want to act all tough and act like they can die alone and all this other shit, it's not true. No one really wants to die alone. No one wants to be alone. So get out there more and try and meet people and like these dudes who are pushing this ideology and trying to act like it's cool to not approach women and talk to women and all this other shit because she's evil and she's going to divorce you and she's going to cheat on you and she's going to want an open relationship and she's going to want to cuck you out and all this other stuff. Don't get me wrong. Some girls are going to do that. Some girls do want to do that. But you have to be able to fret them. You have to be able to use your intuition and ask and communicate to the best of your ability what she's looking for in a guy. Don't be afraid to ask her, what do you want in a guy? What are you looking for? And don't be afraid of rejection either. Because when you ask that, you're letting her know it's fine. If you're not looking for what I have to offer, then go and find whatever you want. That's fine. Because you're showing her that you're not afraid of rejection, that there's plenty of fish in the sea for you. You have options. And if you're not what floats her boat, then she's able to go and find someone who is willing to check all her boxes, right? You're showing her that. And that's attractive. That's very it's confidence right there. So yeah, guys, like don't fall into this trap of this incel rhetoric and this MGTOW rhetoric and this red pill, blue pill, black pill bullshit. I know that there's a lot of crappy women out there. I know, I get it, I understand, but don't generalize. Don't generalize. Don't put people in a box. All right. Don't fall for the trap that everyone is the same and that everyone can be put in a box and all this other garbage because it is garbage. It is garbage. It's internet garbage that you're letting your life be influenced by and you're letting it destroy you. You're letting it destroy relationships. And I'm speaking on a personal level. Like there was a time in my life where I just didn't want to talk to any girl at all, and I can't continue that way because if I continue being this lonely person that doesn't even want to talk to girls anymore, um, I'm gonna end up alone, and I don't want to end up alone. And I'm being vulnerable right now, and telling the world that I don't want to be alone. And it's not cool to say that, oh, I'll be alone. I can be alone, no problem. I'll just die alone. That's not cool. It really isn't. Like we're built, like we're made. It's our human nature to be in communities. It's our human nature to like talk and communicate and socialize and all this other stuff. If you're being antisocial, it's gonna just make you view people as monsters and view people as evil, and you're not going to actually ever trust anyone or learn to love anyone and have good times with anyone because you're stuck on this mindset that everyone is out to get you and it's not true. So just don't believe it, don't fall for it, um, and don't get consumed by it. Okay, because like these guys who are talking about all this stuff, they probably don't even believe the stuff that they're saying. They probably have girlfriends, right? They might have two or three girlfriends. They might be dating someone. They might be falling in love with someone. They might be obsessed with someone, and um, they probably don't even believe half the stuff they say. So they're making money off this stuff, off this content, because they know it's what's selling right now. And you're over here just alone by yourself. So don't fall for it, right? Uh, please take my advice if you're a lonely guy out there and you don't even want to approach women anymore, and you're afraid that she's going to do all this shitty stuff to you. I just want to say you have to take the leap anyway. You have to have faith anyway and hope for the best. And that's it. Thanks for watching Off Phones and Rambles. Take care.